right, hello everyone, and welcome to News 5 Now, the live stream here on our WKRG Facebook page. I'm Bill Riles. I'll be with you for the next few minutes here to kind of go over some of the things we've been talking about. And we've got football to talk about. We've got rain in the forecast. That's affecting some things too. And we have our question of the day. Let's get started right now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Yes, it does. We're taking to our big stories of the day first of all and let you know what's going on in the world. Number 5, prisoner rights advocates are calling for an inmate work strike in Alabama. This comes after the release of the HBO documentary Alabama Solution, which focused on prison conditions in the state. Prison reform advocates are calling for that strike to take place on February 8th. And number 4. The lobby of the Growth Management Department at Fort Walton Beach has put out this impressive display for Christmas. The director there, Tim Gibson, and his family put up the Christmas village of hundreds of buildings and figurines, complete with a castle and functioning railroad train, which is kind of cool. The village can be viewed at the Growth Management offices between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday through the end of the year. All right, let's talk football. Here we go. A local team playing for a state football title. The Jackson Aggies are playing the Anniston Bulldogs in the 4A championship game in Birmingham. Right now, Jackson is up 30-0 at halftime. You can stay tuned to WKRG.com for updates on that game. Also, number 2, coming up later tonight, the 6A championship game on the line when the Saraland Spartans take on the Clay Chalkville Cougars. Both teams enter the game undefeated. So good luck to the Spartans. And maybe some of you have noticed our Spartans spelled wrong. Well, I'll get somebody to look at that and we'll get that fixed. So don't worry about writing in. All right. I'll tell you about the rain, and that is a problem. Number 1, rain has put a damper on some holiday celebrations going into the weekend. Many Christmas events this weekend have been rescheduled, moved inside, and even canceled. For example, rain has forced Pritchard leaders to change plans for the city's festivities. The parade has been canceled, but the tree lighting ceremony will be moved inside, and that will begin tonight at 6 o'clock. Also, Christmas in the Park in Foley has been moved from tonight to next Friday, December 12th at 6. The parade will be the next day on December 13th, Saturday, 10 in the morning, followed by the Let It Snow event at Heritage Park. And Alberta has decided that their Christmas parade was originally scheduled for, their Christmas parade will go on tomorrow night. The parade will begin at 5:30 and will be followed by a tree lighting. The Fairhope Christmas parade canceled because of rain that we've got moving in right now, but the parade will not be rescheduled. However, the city will hold a Santa Downtown Joyride that's set for next Sunday, December 14th. And Daphne canceled its Christmas parade, but you can still attend its annual tree lighting ceremony Tuesday, December 9th at Daphne City Hall. The festivities begin at 5 o'clock, tree lighting at 6. Bay Minette's annual Christmas Fest has been canceled, will not be rescheduled. That's a rundown of some of the things that we have so far going on right now. Cancellations because of the nasty cold rain we've got moving in here. I want to applaud some of you on our question of the day, some legitimate comments that refer to the blanket nature of this question, and it certainly is. Should juveniles accused of violent crimes be tried as adults? Well, I'll take you just to the first comment. I believe it's still there, if I can move my cursor around here. Scott says, do the time, especially if it's murder, face the chair. But, we're talking juveniles now. And Pam sums it up. It depends on the juvenile, the attitude of the juvenile, severity of the crime. So many variables that go into whether or not juveniles should be charged as adults in certain crimes. Certainly the heinousness of the crime would play a bit in that. This all comes from a story that we reported this week about a young teenage girl who was shot and burned by 2 teenage boys who are now in custody. And the sheriff, and this happened in Santa Rosa County, Florida, the sheriff has vowed to work with the state's attorney to have those juveniles, a 16 and a 14-year-old boy, charged as adults. And the sheriff's quote was, if you do the adult crime, you should do the adult time. Some of you have reiterated that in the comments as well. We'll find out what happens in that particular scenario as we continue, and I'm sure we'll continue reporting on that story. Feel free to comment on all of the stories that we have here on our Facebook page. We love to hear from you. We love to hear your comments and anything else you got on your mind as well. All right, we've got our big block of news starting this afternoon at 4 o'clock with the 4 on 5, followed by our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast, and 6:30, and the CVX Evening News just mounted right in between all of those shows at 5:30. How about that? Have a great rest of your Friday and weekend, everyone. I'll see you back here on Monday.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.